Let's dive right in. Matthew 6 to 9 to 13 is where Jesus teaches the Lord's Prayer. I've always found it interesting how he starts with, "Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name." It's not just about asking for things, but first recognizing who God is.
What's so cool to me is that the prayer makes you pause and acknowledge God's character before anything else. It's almost like grounding yourself, you know? Before jumping into our own needs, we're reminded of something bigger, God's holiness and presence.
Exactly. It's a huge shift from how we usually approach prayer, all urgency and requests. There's this sense of relationship and reverence built in. And, funny enough, Luke 11 to 2 offers a slightly different version. But that same heart is there.
Yeah, and that difference in Luke actually highlights how adaptable prayer can be. It's not about a rigid formula. Instead, it's about real conversation and connection, which honestly takes some pressure off trying to pray right, don't you think?
Switching gears a bit, Ephesians 2 really hammers home this idea that we're saved by grace, not by anything we do ourselves. I think a lot of people struggle with that because it's so easy to slip into a checklist mindset.
Totally. And 2 Corinthians 3 to 6 takes it even further, saying the letter of the law kills, but the Spirit gives life. That's such a radical idea. It means rules alone can't connect us to God. It's the relationship, the Spirit behind it, that matters most.
That actually reminds me of Ezekiel 12:25, where God promises that whatever he says will come to pass. It's like the Spirit is about God's real action and promises, not just empty rituals or words on a page.
Yeah, it's almost freeing in a way. Instead of being weighed down by perfectionism, we're invited to trust in God's promises and grace. It shifts everything from duty to trust.
Thinking about trust and connection, Acts 2 paints such a vivid picture of the early church people sharing everything, breaking bread together. It's like the ultimate community experiment.
You know, what always strikes me is how genuine their care was. It wasn't just about meeting spiritual needs, but practical ones too. And that blessing from Numbers 6:24-6, "The Lord bless you and keep you," feels like the heart behind their actions.
Exactly. Those words from Numbers are often used to send people out with hope and protection. That sense of blessing seems to fuel the Acts 2 community, making faith something lived and shared.
I love that. When you weave together prayer, grace, and community, it forms a tapestry of what it means to really walk out faith not alone but together, supported by promises and genuine love.
It's not all smooth sailing, though Judges 9 is this wild story about power struggles and consequences when people ignore God's direction. Sometimes the Bible shows us exactly what happens when things go off the rails.
The reality checks in those stories are sobering. But then, you get reminders like Psalm 46-7. "The Lord Almighty is with us." It's reassuring to know that even when things get chaotic, God's presence stays steady.
Absolutely. And Luke 12, where Jesus tells his followers not to worry, there's this ongoing theme of trust, even when life feels unpredictable.
It's almost as if the message throughout is, life throws curveballs, but faith gives you a foundation. Whether it's through prayer, grace, or community, you're never left to face it alone.